brothers and sisters, generals, family, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, I salute you if you're trying to grow. And as I always say, we are here, we are alive and breathing. We are back to conquer another day, another year, and another decade. And without further ado, be a powerful force or influence for that great, great divine, no matter what. Because that great divine has loved us in times when we didn't even deserve it. So we got to give that same love to others who we are able to give that love to. But of course, we're going to talk about the youth and the children because, that's our generation, that youth, and adults too, those who want to grow. That, as I said, it's not a race, but, some are aware, some in the beginning, maybe in the middle, because knowing one's mental health and mind and things we all talk about, emotions, can be very, 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 very challenging. So, but it's nice when we can tap in to one's divine spirit to keep us stable, and keep on building and strengthening our mind, body, and soul. Because, where the mind goes, the body goes. So that's why we got to work on that mind. We used to hear that saying, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. It's more than just a saying, because you miss things when you're not paying attention to oneself. Because when you're paying attention to oneself, you'll be able to pay attention to other things that are important, that old righteous ripple effect. So it's my boys on my banner here, and we had an outing the other day, and we was in the van. I got it here on my channel. And, that's one of the important things of this walk, connecting with brothers and sisters, our family, of course. I always say keep a family spirit, even when we're not around family. It's important, the energy we send out, even when it's not always physical. It's how we think about, it's like, what do we think about on a daily basis? How do we think of ourselves, and pay attention to our children best way we can. And, I got a hold of my son, Lord Lamont. He messaged me yesterday. Been having some challenges, but he back on point. He's very resilient. I told him that. I told him that on a podcast, actually, I think. Yeah, I did. I think I told him that right on a podcast. But I remember telling him he's a very resilient young brother, just like the rest of the members of his family. His dad, his mom, it's in his DNA. So I think he's pretty much conquered a lot of the wrong choices he was making and got past, and he's getting to a stable place in his life where we all go through. That's why we got to be a powerful force or influence for that great divine. That's what we do it for, not for stardom or attention, not the wrong attention. We get righteous attention, attention from our generals, our youth, our brothers and sisters that's rising and thriving. It's a wonderful thing, just gotta, as we say, stay at it, keep teaching, keep learning, keep staying on point, keeping all pistons firing so we can help our youth, like my boys on my banner here, my sons, my young kings, and that's Ethan and Dion in the back. He had kind of a straight face, but we had fun that day. It just a image I caught when I was of the picture, when you screenshot it. But good, good young brothers, and of course, young youth, a young brother or young sister, and, all have to go through their growth spurt and learning. But guess what? When you have adults, righteous adults, whether brother or sister, around them to guide them in the right direction, it will, I say, with love, man, real unconditional divine love is the ties that bind. Real talk. That's like an analogy and maybe something from a movie, but it's true. It's the ties that bind forever, through the challenges, so-called storms, and the growth spurts and the learning. And, we teach our children to contain their emotions and to know their inner peace. And they can have inward resilience, where they don't need everything on the outside, and coming to their own, be helpful, all that. Don't be selfish, but at the same time, don't be stupid. That goes for young brothers or young sisters. You learn these things in this life, but it's very vital, beneficial, and it's wonderful when you can learn a lot of wise things at a young age, because it makes for a great adulthood. It's not impossible, That's why, again, when we have our righteous fathers and mothers around them, or any adult, not just mothers and fathers, your auntie, uncles, friends of the family, just somebody with that has life experience, maybe a little book education, but going in the right direction and have good things deep within, because righteous intentions is very, 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 very important. Got to have them righteous intentions, because anything we try to hide inside, it'll come out eventually anyway, and that's good or bad. So let's focus on the good things that we have laying dormant deep within, so that can pop out. Let's have good things pop out instead of bad, evil things. We can change if we put the effort into it, and we put time into it, and we read, we study, and we analyze our own selves. We assess ourselves, then it will leak out onto our children, our youth, because I try my best to be an example for my boys and their sisters too. They got other siblings also, but I'm always positive. They'll tell you I'm always positive. They see me in heated moments and not get too heated, and because I want to show them control, and they got a chance to see that this weekend. Teach our children control. Our young sisters, I was going to say especially young brothers, but it's both young brothers and sisters. There's more than the other. It just depends on the circumstance and the family, a young brother or a young sister grew up in. So we really can't compare the two, because it's just different situations, different strokes, different folks. No one child or one youth or one human being or one brother or sister, adult or not, is the same. So that's why we have to come at each individual at different ways, in a strategic way, and kind of learn how to listen, be a student of human nature. You never go wrong, especially being a student of our youth, and being able to listen to them and not try to overshadow them. We can learn from them too when we listen to them, communicate with them. Don't shut them out because we think we're adults and they're the child. No, because we're actually in a different time. It kind of used to be that way, but we're in a different time now. These children are becoming very intelligent. We just got to keep them in that right space where they'll use their, I'll say, their superpowers for good, so to speak. I used to tell my one of my daughters that, use your intelligence and the smart things that you learn, use them for good. Don't use them for bad, because it's just gonna crumble and fall in the future. That's why I say we all gonna get old one day. So let's invest in things. This is for my youth, my young brothers and young sisters too. Well, of course, adults, but most of us, brother or sister, if we are at a certain age, we should know better. So that's neither here nor there. But if we keep investing in that righteous present, man, it's more than just saying it. You will love yourself later, and guess what? You'll have the gift of loving others, because it has to come deep within, and not that fake love, not love to get something, not that fake love bombing shit. Because as I said before, you have now we have individuals that are not aware and just doing dumb shit. But the flip side, as we have individuals, whether brother or sister, young or older, or it could be in our families, that are not dumb. So we have to give everyone that same respect unless they show us otherwise. That's how we got to come at things. And now don't put ourselves in the space of looking for wrong individuals. Remember, we're students of human nature. Everything we come into or experience we have, or an individual we meet, whether brother or sister or a family member, remember, it's a learning thing. Even if we do come across something maybe toxic or someone maybe disappoint us, no, still be in that student mode and learn. Remember, because we're learning behaviors, especially when it comes to children. Take that ego out of there. Take that thinking we know everything out of there just because we're older. That's when that wise come in. That wise power comes in when we're able to listen. Because, mind, body, and soul will be able to listen with those three things. Man, leaps and bounds, all kind of results will come along if we're in that space of looking for solutions and not worrying, complaining, and pointing the finger, because you just be in that rat race forever, and that's something we don't want to be, rat race, because that's real. Because A lot of us that have gotten to a space where we're stable, mind, body, and soul, we've experienced individuals that got so much potential and wasting it. So don't waste potential. It ain't always got to be no big shiny thing where everyone sees, just something to satisfy oneself. Because when you satisfied with yourself and it's real and not fake, and don't have to push to be a certain way, just be yourself, brother or sister, young or older, family member. It just makes your life more whole. When you just be you and just speak on your mistakes and your mishaps and and just deal with it. And it don't always have to be in public. We can deal with our struggles in silence if we're able to. If not, we all say get freaking help. Don't just let things fester if we can't deal with it ourselves, especially if we got children, that's the young brother or young sister. So get help the best way we can. We can't just, I'll deal with it. It'll be all right. This is just the way I am. See, that's that hamster on the wheel mentality talk, and this is for me too. Now, if I really feel like I need help, I will get it. I seek it out, whether it's hearing someone speak and this is not just online. I mean, in life, in person. I've asked people questions and advice on things and listened to other things. That's how we learn. That's how we become a strong brother or sister. That's some advice to my young brothers and young sisters. So it was just wonderful. And again, that's a very vital important part of this journey, this walk in life, period, is connecting with family, much as we can. I got to work on it too. It's been in my mind. It's been in my soul. You probably hear me talk about it a lot. But it was fun. I was with the boys 2 days, 2 days in a row. Picked them up and just hung out, and just enjoy the company of the youth, and let them enjoy my company. Just wonderful, and drop some jewels on them at the same time. Never miss a chance to drop some jewels on our young brothers and our young sisters. So that's just something that was in my spirit and wanted to pass off. As I always say, I suggest, teach, and give advice, and I'm just flowing today and feeling that divine spirit, and being like so many of our generals out here, whether it's in our families or in the world or online. Be thankful if you're in a stable place, and if you are a righteous impact to a young brother or a young sister, because it's very rewarding, because as we all know, it is the next generation, so it's important what we do in the present. We have to live this, know this, and eventually we'll see it, not only in ourselves, we'll see it in those we impact, whether it's adult or it's a child. It's a wonderful thing, because that's the biggest reward, is teaching someone and they learn from it, and then they become better, and then they teach someone, because that's how I go. We just pass that torch on to others. It never stops, and we just create more and more generals, younger or older, brother or sister, or in our family, and we always and forever be, a powerful force or influence for that great divine. That's what it all boils down to. That's what we do it for that great divine force, for all the love that great divine has gave us, even in the times when we didn't deserve it. So my teachers, my leaders and teachers, family members, brothers and sisters that standing firm, don't you dare give up, and be a powerful influence for that great divine, just like that great divine has been for a lot of us in our lives. So don't ever forget that. Keep on being a powerful force for righteous brothers and sisters, younger or older, for that great divine. Salute.